Broccoli. I was eating at a Chinese buffet with my friend, and we were talking about the sesame seed broccoli that was on both of our plates, right? He said, "Did you know broccoli is a human invention?" I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, broccoli isn't a vegetable found in the wild. It was manufactured." I didn't believe him, and I pulled out my phone to consult Google. Sure enough, right in front of me, reality was disrupted. I could hear all of my preconceived notions fading away. How can anything be real if broccoli isn't real? This led me down one of the deepest and darkest rabbit holes I've ever dared to venture into.
You are watching Disrupt.
This video is sponsored by vegetables. The Estrukins were a group of people that lived in the Boot Place and would later become Rome. Their settlements were built on steep hills, and within those hills was a flower called the
Brassica oleracea,
or wild mustard. So these people liked certain characteristics within these flowers, specifically the terminal leaf buds. So they picked the flowers with the biggest buds and bred them to make kohlrabi, Brussels sprouts, kale, collards, cauliflower, and our home dog, broccoli. They did this using selective breeding. Basically, they would find the plants with the characteristics that they liked, such as large buds, and would only replant the seeds that came from those specific ones. After many generations, the result is cabbage, or kale, or collards, while the originator looks nothing like it. Also, check out these images of other vegetables made from the same plant called Romanesco, and they're super trippy. Broccoli probably looked more like this back in the Roman times. It's said some of the Romans used to eat them raw before certain events because they thought it would make the body absorb alcohol better. By 1533, broccoli began spreading outside of the Boot when the Italian homegirl Catherine de' Medici married Henry II of France and showed him the way of the veggie. From France, it spread to England and was nicknamed the Italian asparagus. Hey, did you know this is the biggest broccoli ever found? Just kidding. The largest broccoli in recorded history was grown by John and Mary in Alaska in 1993. I just couldn't find a picture of it, and I found that, and I wanted to share you. I'm sorry for lying to you. In the early 1900s, two brothers, Stefano and Andrea D'Arrigo, immigrated from Messina, Sicily, to the Eagle Country. Here, they led a fairly normal non-broccoli life, obtaining engineering degrees, and even served in the U.S. military during World War I.
Of the Normandy Peninsula.
After the war, Andrea was like, "Hey, want to sell vegetables?" And Stefano was like, "Sure." So he went out and found 28 acres of fertile land. He then bought the precious seeds from his homeland via Amazon Prime and had them shipped to his homeland in California, where the two brothers planted the first known large-scale broccoli operation in America. It's indicated that Thomas Jefferson also planted broccoli in his personal garden in the 1700s, but he didn't think much of them. Over the years, the new plant found success in both the West Coast and the East Coast markets. And by 1920, the two brothers had a successful and booming business. Broccoli booming business. Today, their Operation D'Arrigo Brothers is still an industry leader in produce distribution. Also, apparently for some people, broccoli is bitter and for others not, mainly because of a specific gene called the TAS2R38 gene. That's pretty much all I could find on broccoli. Here's a picture of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. There's no sponsor this week because no one wanted to put their brand on a video about broccoli, but if you enjoyed this virtual reality video and want to support more, please consider becoming an executive producer. For $3.99 a month, you'll get access to our streaming platform, Metaflix, filled with extra ad-free content. You'll also receive apparel discounts and be listed in the credits of these episodes.
How you know? Feel what? Let me see that shit.